destroy my world!
Alright, what is going on, everybody? Today we have another Marvel Rivals video for you today. And today is a good day. And why is it a good day? Well, it's because today Marvel Rivals account actually tweeted out basically a confirmation of the next character. And here we have, it says here, a notice from the collector. One premium exhibit has gone missing. Description: large red, friendly unless provoked. A temporary replacement has been installed in a museum until the original specimen is recovered. If spotted, report immediately. And then we have this little 8-second video, which is pretty funny, right? And it's just Devil Dinosaur. Like, we are the next character is Devil Dinosaur. Now this is really interesting because I was kind of banking that it was not going to be Devil Dinosaur, even though the writing was on the wall for, you know, for a while now, for quite a while now. And just quickly here, a couple minutes after they tweeted this out, XOX Leak actually came out and tweeted this out. It says here, Season 8 heroes, Devil Dinosaur and Cyclops. And then he posted this image right here saying Season 8 heroes, Devil Dinosaur and Cyclops. So as expected, of course, we can always trust our instincts when it comes to like the lore, right? There's always hints and teases about the new character in the lore of the game. If you pay attention and you read, right, there's always hints towards the newest characters. And of course, we all guessed it, Devil Dinosaur and Cyclops are the next heroes. Now this is really interesting for a couple reasons. Cyclops, we kind of already knew he was going to be in a game. He is very popular, and also because he's been hinted at ever since season, well, a bunch of seasons ago actually, with like the Rogue and Gambit. He was in the wedding and we saw him, specifically him, get pulled into the time stream entanglement, into a portal, right? And we have no idea where he went. And then Devil Dinosaur is really interesting because, well, for the most part, he was just a prop. He was just in a museum, right? With like season, what was it? Season 6, right? With Deadpool and Elsa, right? Yeah. So, and then he became kind of like a side character with like the Adventures of Deadpool and all that stuff. So, you know, towards the end of that like side story, Deadpool became like the guardians of the superhero animals or whatever. So that was pretty interesting. Now, Devil Dinosaur, I don't know about you, but I don't know, this is going to be really interesting to see Devil Dinosaur be played out, because the only other game that you can play as Devil Dinosaur, well, there's two. There is Marvel Snap, right, which is a card game, so, you know, they can do anything with that. It's a card. But the only other game that you could play as Devil Dinosaur, like the actual character, was this mobile gacha game, Marvel. It was a NetEase Marvel game. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, it was called Marvel Mystic Mayhem. So Marvel Mystic Mayhem, you can actually play as Devil Dinosaur. Let me see, dinosaur. Let me type that in. And so yeah, so this is the game, right? But I don't see where is Devil Dinosaur. I know you can play him in Mystic Mayhem. Okay. Yeah, so you can play, hold on, there's a Reddit page. So yeah, this like Marvel gacha game, it's no longer active. This is a NetEase gacha game that didn't last that long, unfortunately, but it was pretty cool. It was very decent, but unfortunately it just didn't hit with people, and man, they pulled the plug on it. However, this game you could actually play as Devil Dinosaur, so this was pretty cool. Now I do believe it's because of Moon Girl, right? Typically when you see Devil Dinosaur, you actually do see Moon Girl next to her, right? Like some people are even like saying like, where's Moon Girl? Where is Moon Girl? Where is Moon Girl? All right, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So it's just, you know, even though XOX Leak said Devil Dinosaur and Cyclops, this doesn't necessarily mean that she won't be a part of Devil Dinosaur. We gotta wait and see the reveal, which is actually tomorrow at around 10 to 11 a.m. EST. So that's gonna be really exciting. You guys should definitely expect a video from me going over everything. And so this is really good news, right? Because Cyclops, he's a very popular character. Devil Dinosaur, I think, for me, I think it's gonna be a 50-50. What do I mean by that? I mean that it's gonna be a 50-50 in the sense that he's either gonna be I just don't see a world where a freaking dinosaur, a huge ass dinosaur, is not broken, right? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Smite, your Jormungandr. So this is kind of what it reminds me of. This reminds me of Jormungandr from Smite. I remember when they first announced Jormungandr, and everyone was like, how are they gonna add him to the game? He's a freaking giant ass snake, right? Mythical monster into the game in a game where you mainly play as like these humanoid characters. And it's like, well, they did it anyways, and they managed to find some way to make him somewhat balanced, I think. Not really. When he first came out, he was really broken. Same with Cthulhu, the Lovecraftian, elder priest of the gods or whatever. They added him into Smite. He was really broken at first, but then they nerfed him, and then they made him playable, so. And these characters are really cool. They're really fun. So I like that this game is taking a gamble with a character like Devil Dinosaur, where it's a really big character and a creature nonetheless. Like, it's a creature that it's not humanoid, right? Like Cyclops, I mean, yeah, it's Cyclops, just treat him as any other character. But Devil Dinosaur, it's like, how is this going to turn out? This is going to be really interesting. And I cannot see this character not being broken at launch, right? And I pray to God he is a tank. He has to be. If he's anything but a tank, I'm gonna be really disappointed, right? Now, unless he's a healer, which, hey, sure. If they want to make Cyclops a tank and then Devil Dinosaur a healer, like a support, that would be pretty funny. Because that would totally shatter my expectations, right? Because right now, what I'm seeing is a tank and a DPS. That's what I'm seeing. But I would honestly love it if, like, Cyclops was a tank and Devil Dinosaur was a support, because I think we can all agree that we don't need more DPSs in the game for like 2 years, right? So this is gonna be really interesting. Now, who's gonna come up first? I don't know. I think the smartest thing for them to do would be to release Cyclops first, because he is the most well-known and most popular out of the two, right? So I think it'd be a really good idea if they start out the season with like the headliner, which is the Cyclops, the man himself. And so I think it'd be the best if they come out with Cyclops first, right? I think that'd be the smartest choice. Now, this is all they tweeted so far, so there's a good chance that they do release Devil Dinosaur first, right? Because of this video. Like, that's all they posted. They haven't posted anything since May 8th, really, and that's just like tournament stuff. And then yeah, they released this little thing here for Devil Dinosaur, but nothing for Cyclops. So that's really interesting, because the truth of the matter is, like, I mean, XOX League did say that it's Cyclops, right? So I guess there's that, but there is no real confirmation that Cyclops. We only have real confirmation about Devil Dinosaur, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, this is really exciting, to be honest, because you have a very popular X-Men character and then you have a freaking dinosaur, right? So it's gonna be really interesting. But of course, as always, I would say that with new seasons comes big changes, and so it's gonna be a real something to look out for when it comes to the balance changes, right? Are we gonna get a change in tenacity, right? They literally haven't said anything about tenacity, right? Thing and Rogue are unplayable characters. Stuff like that. Like, is Daredevil gonna get nerfed? Yes or no? Is Gambit ult gonna get nerfed? Yes or no? I feel like Elsa Bloodstone is fine. Like, not a lot of people are playing her, but she's still really good. Like, if you're a really good Elsa Bloodstone character player, she's still really good. I wouldn't even like fret. But yeah, I don't know what the balance change is gonna look like. For me personally, I just want Daredevil to get nerfed overall, and I want Gambit ult to get nerfed, and then I want Cloak and Dagger in the dirt. All right, like, she needs to go. Like, break her legs and break Cloak's head. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Just nerf that stupid character. That's so boo-boo easy and so stupid good. It's just not. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. It's not cool that when I ban Cloak and Dagger, people immediately want to play White Fox because it's the closest thing mechanically to a dagger, right? So that's all I could really ask for. And of course, I want blade buffs, right? I want blade buffs and nerf Moon Knight. Get rid of that stupid 5% damage boost, that seasonal damage boost. that nobody asked for. As a matter of fact, I'll take it one step further. As a matter of fact, I'll say this: just get rid of seasonal bonuses altogether. Just get rid of it. It's a stupid idea. No, like, you guys are shooting yourselves in the foot because you're buffing characters that don't need buffs, and then when the seasonal bonus goes away, you end up buffing them anyways, right? Am I crazy? Like Moon Knight, if they get rid of that stupid team up, that garbage team up with Blade, right, and he's no longer the seasonal anchor, he no longer gets that 5% damage boost. But then what are they gonna do? Oh, we're going to buff him a little bit to compensate for his fucking stupid ass 5% damage boost that nobody asked for. Moon Knight was perfect the way he was. He was already annoying, and now he's even more annoying. So yeah, stuff like that. It's so stupid. Stop with the seasonal bonuses. Just get rid of it. Stop it. Be more consistent with the balance changes, right? That's kind of how I feel, right? So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. None much else really to be expected. Oh, I guess the Blood Hunt, I would like to see them buff like characters like Punisher and Jeff, or just melee characters in general, because melee characters in Blood Hunt is just so bad. They're good for ads, but once you get to the boss, they're pretty much useless, right? So especially once you get to like 160, it's like good luck even getting close to the boss, right? That's why everybody is just playing the glider, Moon Knight, and Squirrel Girl, because you can just, you know, just shoot from afar. So hopefully they end up changing some stuff in Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt is a really fun game, but it definitely needs a lot more work. I feel like they shouldn't have taken that. I feel like they should have added way more, and it should have felt way better for the amount of time that they took to add the actual game mode. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully there's a lot of I'm nervous because this Devil Dinosaur and Cyclops, it's really cool, right? Everybody loves Cyclops and everybody loves dinosaurs, but like, I would be lying if I said that I'm not nervous, because I'm very nervous. How are they gonna handle a freaking dinosaur? Like, is Moon Girl gonna be part of it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What's the story gonna be here? Who's gonna be the main perpetrator, right? Are we getting a new map? I hope so. I would love a new map, right? No more new Times Square bullshit. Just give us a new map, right? And yeah, that's about it. I pray to Xiong that he does good this time. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.